Hi everybody, we are back for our day 4 word study schedule. This is what I would be doing in my classroom on day 4. So we've done our word sort, we've done the word sort on day 2, and we've written down the sounds. We've gone through some making words activities, again reviewing. And so on day 4 is where we can get into some of those extension activities with the spelling pattern that we're working on our students with. And so one of the things that I do like to do with my students is I like to send them on a word hunt. And again, when I say word hunt, I'm having my kids look for words that's using the spelling pattern that we're focusing on for the week. And so there's a couple of different ways that you can do this. You can have them actually, if you have like a printed passage for them, you can have them work on a printed passage, or you could do a story. Now, again, I wouldn't use this with my students. I actually would use more of a leveled reader with my students. But I mean, if you are in a pinch and you're not sure, you can just, again, pull out a book and say, hey, see what you can find. And of course, you can already tell, like with this one, they would already be able to tell me that there is a word that's using our spelling pattern. So I'm just going to have Lily Bell just demonstrate really quickly on the reading passage what I would have my students do first. Now, with the reading passage, I don't want my kids to actually read through it yet, because with some of these reading passages, they might be a little above level. What I'm looking for is that they can actually identify words that are using the spelling pattern. And so for this one, and actually this is a Words Their Way passage that I got from Teachers Pay Teachers. And so the directions, again, it says read the passage and answer the questions, but I don't like to do that yet. I like to have the kids go first, and I like them to highlight words that are using our spelling patterns. So Lily Bell's going to go through, and she's going to start. She's going to go through, and she's going to highlight words that use the s sound, the h sound, or the sh sound. Now we're looking for words that begin. We're looking for beginning sounds, not middle or ending sounds. So Lily Bell, you can go ahead and take the cap off your highlighter, and I want you to highlight words that begin with s, h, or sh. And so she's just going to go through, and this is a great informal assessment too, because it gives you an idea of how your students track words as well. So you can informally assess a lot of different things just from doing this activity. And so what I'll have my students do is, like I said, they go through, they highlight words that are using our spelling pattern, and then I actually have them go back and circle words that they know. And I'm not going to make Lily Bell do that today, but again, that's something for me to be able to see how they're doing with sight word development, and again, how they can stretch words out, all of those different things. And so for day 4, you could do something like this. You could have them go on a word hunt, again in a reading passage. She could go through, and now if she was going to do it in a book, I'm going to let her keep highlighting, and I'm going to pull the book over here. If you were just having the kids word hunt in a book, instead of having them, of course, highlight in a book, you could do you could have them have their notebook next to them, and they can write down the words as they find them, which is, again, get some writing in, and is also helps them with being able to spell the word as well. And so you just can go through and just have them look through, and they might not know all the words. That's why I like leveled readers, because then they can actually read the words. If this one's a little bit above their level, it might be a little bit more tricky. But they just go through. They find words that use the patterns, and then they just write them down. And so this is an example of a word hunt, but you could also, we have some other activities in the module you could use. Again, you could do another writing sort where the kids can write the words again on a funner piece of paper. And again, there's lots of different things that we mentioned here in the module. But for our schedule and for what I would do in the classroom, this is exactly what I would do. So I hope this helps.